All right, 19.3, warm up and mobility. We're gonna get you ready to get into this workout. It's gonna be a little different than the last couple weeks as our heart rate won't be as big of an issue. So we wanna make sure muscle fatigue is under control, but we're warmed up, okay? So 3 rounds, we're gonna go with 12 dumbbell presses, 6 on each side, 6 box step ups with our dumbbell. We wanna make sure we find a comfortable position. Colin's gonna talk about this later, where we wanna set our dumbbell for those step ups. 25-foot body weight lunges, all right? This is just with our body. We wanna make sure our glutes are firing there, getting ready to go to walk when we get to those overhead lunges. If we are thinking about those handstand walks at the end, we've got a couple of drills to get you ready. If you are more on the advanced side, we're gonna go with some shoulder taps, so on the wall, focusing on transferring our weight in our hips, going back and forth, getting ready to walk. If you're on the beginner side, just hit some wall walks. Walk yourself up backwards, make sure you're ready for the walks when they come up. If you get there, practice pushing through those hands each time. As far as our mobility goes, we're gonna link this in the video after. We're gonna start with the banded presses, banded pull aparts, and monster walks. This is gonna get our shoulders and our lower body, make sure we're ready to go once we get in the workout. All right, mobility drills. I know we saw this in week 1, we're gonna go back to it, okay? So, heel in the band, we're gonna loop our hand through. Remember, we're pressing with a tight core, tall chest, just like we'll be doing those handstand push-ups, okay? I want you to go nice and slow on these. I want 10 on each arm. We're gonna go through 3 sets of the whole workout for the mobility. Next exercise, we're gonna go with the pull apart. Same thing, this is for our scaps. So when we do this, I want your scaps down and back, and we're gonna press from here, okay? So when we do this, pull apart with your shoulders. Make sure you're really activating those scapular muscles in the back. Should get you nice and warmed up. Next mobility drill, we've got the monster walk. So we've got a couple options here. A lot of our athletes like to use the hip halo right here by Crossover Symmetry. Really good tool. So either one is fine, whatever you've got. What you're gonna do, put this inside, right above the knee, okay? We wanna stay in a quarter squat here so we have tension on the glutes the whole time. Really small steps is gonna be the way to go. Plenty of exercises we can do with this. We can go sideways, forward and back. We can do lunges with this. Just make sure your glutes are fired up and ready when we get in the workout. If you don't have one of these, green band is another option. What we'll do, step in there with our feet, adjust the tension by pulling up on the band, and same idea, okay? We're gonna do this, back and forth, make sure our glutes are warmed up, pressing against the band the whole time.
Hey guys, Colin and Nick back for 19.3. Great job in the last 2 weeks. We've had a lot of good responses. We do appreciate that. We're gonna keep the videos coming. Here goes 19.3, all right? Strategy and tips coming your way. It's a little bit different than the previous 2 weeks. It was more heart rate driven the last 2 weeks, some skill work, but mainly we're trying to focus on that heart rate. This week, threw a little curveball. It's gonna be a little bit different, okay? First thing we're gonna start with is figuring out that heart rate. What works for you in this workout to not totally explode that heart rate? Keep it down, stay nice and controlled. It will help you out in the end of the workout because that's where the reps really do count. All right, so next, the walking lunge, where to carry it, how many to go. We suggest 25 feet at a time and probably switch each time. Even though you have probably a more dominant arm, if you maybe want to do 25 foot more on one, maybe even 50, I would say that's all right. But I would switch that dumbbell every so often. That way you do get some equal, blood flow to each place there, okay? On to our next one, our box step-ups. Biggest thing here, where to hold it. The box step-ups are pretty much going to be irrelevant for the last 2 workouts. So we're looking at really where to hold the dumbbell, what's comfortable. If I were you, I would switch it around a little bit. Maybe a little bit of the dumbbell on this shoulder, switch it behind the neck. You're not going to get as much leverage while you're stepping up. Go onto this shoulder. The more you can change positions and try to have your body figure out better places to kind of throw that blood flow around, the better off you're going to be, especially for the last 2 movements. That is the star of the show. So now we're getting into those handstand push-ups. 50 strict are a lot. We do this in our programming all the time, at a minimum 2 times a week. If you guys have been with us for a while, you know how many handstand push-ups we program. You're banging your head into the floor a lot more than most people are. So the handstand push-ups, break them up early. If you start off with a big set and you try to hit that big set right away, it will catch up to you in the end. It may not catch up to you in your second set, may not catch up to you in your third set, but I guarantee you from 25 on, it will catch up to you. So please, break those up early, find a pace that's good for you. 3 and 4s will be okay here, because what we save next is probably our next most programmed movement, is that handstand walk. 200 foot broke up into 25s. Now here, the handstand walk, you want to save some from the handstand push-ups. You don't want to go out too hard to where you get 25 feet done really fast, and then you've got to sit there for 30 seconds waiting to go. So you're really looking at, do what's best for you. This is one of the workouts where the strict handstand push-ups throws everything off a little bit. So when you get to those handstand walks, I really need you to think about, what's my max unbroken handstand walk? How good am I on my hands? And then think about how much you should be breaking it up. The more you break it up and the more you stay efficient with your time resting, the better it's going to be. I've always told my athletes something that's worked well on things like handstand walking. When you're resting, I want you to think as that clock is actually ticking over double. It's going twice as fast, because when you're handstand walking and someone else is moving, they are moving much faster than you are. It's not like they're just getting a couple reps of wall balls in or something like that. They're actually moving and progressing forward. So I want you to think, while you're resting, someone is moving twice as fast, or that clock is moving twice as fast. If you guys have any questions, anything we can help you with, again, drop a comment. Let us know how we can help. We appreciate you guys. Let us know how it works. Thank you. Good luck on 19.3.